Hi, I'm Pervez, and I thought that I'd just put this together, a few words of hopefully help in explaining some of the things that we get involved with when shooting a wedding, and also some of the comments that couples have made, and also some of the questions that they may have asked over the years. Many of the couples that I photographed don't actually live in Cornwall. Many are from different parts of the UK, and several over the years have been from abroad as well. So it's not always possible to meet up sort of months before the wedding. So I thought I'd just shoot this video just so that you can kind of relate to the sort of person that I am, and we can meet up even if it's the day before the wedding, just so that I'm not a stranger on the day. It's important that you feel good and relaxed, and that you're comfortable with the person behind the camera that's going to make you look absolutely fabulous during the course of your wedding day. But if you're feeling a little bit nervous about having your photograph taken, please don't worry about it. Most of the people that I photograph, you know, they really don't like being photographed, but look amazing in the resultant pictures that are captured. So please, it's really not an issue, don't worry. In terms of the coverage of your wedding, obviously it's your wedding day, you're going to be looking at the resultant collection of photographs. So the coverage can be as extensive or as brief as you wish. Just to give you a rough idea, I normally start the wedding, as far as the coverage of the photography is concerned, from the final stages of the bride getting ready, right the way up to the first dance. When I'm photographing a wedding, I take an unrestricted number of photographs. I tend to cover as much of the day as is possible. The idea being that when we then come to process the images afterwards, we can then process them and burn a disc of all the images at high resolution. They're not watermarked, so it means that you can get them printed in whatever quantity you wish, and whether you want to get them all printed or a select few, it's entirely up to you. But at least you've got, effectively, if you like, the digital negatives, that you can kind of do what you want with them, and also then provide parents with copies of photographs as well. In fact, what many couples do, I'd always advise it, is to take a backup copy of the complete collection of images on disc, so that you've always got them as a backup for the future. We produce an online gallery of all the photographs. Oh, and by the way, every image is processed by us. Every single image. We don't just take what comes off the camera. As good as the cameras are, and by God, this one is expensive. Oh, I shed a tear every time I think about it. But anyway, as good as the cameras are, it's very often not what I want out of the image. And between the two of us, Leon and I, we process the images. He'll process them, I'll process them. So you're getting a real sort of mixture of edgy, dramatic, very stylish types of images. You know, average and oh that's nice doesn't cut it from my point of view. And I have to say also, from a customer's point of view, what they're looking for is something that's exciting, you know, something that's vibrant, punchy, dramatic, and then some of the real sort of sensitive, fun, crazy images as well. But it all depends on you. That's the beauty of it, that I can turn my style of photography to suit different people's requirements. And from my point of view, that is just so exciting. And from the customer's point of view, it's just great, because you're creating something that is going to give many, many years of pleasure. On occasion, people are interested as to whether I work with an assistant or whether there's more than one photographer covering the wedding. I think the reason for that, quite simply, is because when you look through a collection of photographs that I've created for a wedding, it gives the appearance and the illusion almost that there's been more than one photographer working. It's kind of a style that I've developed over the years. So there's really no need to have more than one photographer. However, if you feel that you'd like more than one photographer at your wedding, then I can arrange that, so that's not an issue. But as far as an assistant's concerned, I work so fast that effectively, by the time I've kind of asked somebody to do something, I'd have probably done it 3 times over within that time frame. One of the lovely comments that came from Annabelle Williams, whose parents own Scoria House. I shot her wedding during the course of 2011. And the comment that came through was the interaction with the different guests. Now, there were people of all sorts of different ages, big age range of people at the wedding, which obviously is not uncommon. But she loved the way that I kind of adapted the interaction with each of the different people to ensure that I got the best shots. And her testimonial will be within a Scoria House page that will either be up on the website by the time you look at this, or it'll be coming on in the near future. I photograph weddings with as few as 10 people, or in fact actually less than that. There's weddings where it's only been the bride and groom and I've actually been a witness, and perhaps somebody from the registration department might have been a witness as well. So they've gone from sort of 2 people right the way up to the real big weddings where there's been sort of 250 guests. In the early days when I started, the average wedding used to be about 200 guests. So in terms of handling large numbers of people, it's not a problem. In terms of having small numbers of people where, you know, you might only have, say, 10 people, rather camera shy, really not a problem. You will have a fantastic time. Gosh, this is absolutely breathtaking today. We've got fabulous St Ives in the background. This place brings back so many happy memories when I'm thinking about weddings that I've shot over the years. Seeing couples, you know, walking hand in hand along the water's edge, enjoying a cuddle, whilst I sit back at a distance and capture some really evocative images. Is evocative the right word? But images that are full of emotion, really, that kind of rekindle all the emotion the couples were feeling whilst they were enjoying themselves on the beach. Well, I hope that the information that I've given has been of use to you. If I haven't covered anything and you've got a couple of queries, feel free to either shoot me an email or give me a call. It'd be great to meet up with you to listen to the ideas and plans that you've got about your wedding. I guarantee that the coffee will be great and you're more than welcome to come along, have a look at the albums and have a chat. Hope to hear from you soon.